Okay, welcome to Daily 3D Revolve. Today I'm going to be doing a Design Spark mechanical tutorial. This is going to be on a basic part that I had seen, and I thought it was interesting, so I'm going to we'll go ahead and build it. That way you guys can learn how to do it. We'll go ahead and go new design. I'm going to change this to the plan view. We're going to draw this in millimeters, so go ahead and change that. If your Design Spark is in inches, you need to come up here to File, go down to Design Spark Options, navigate to Units. Just make sure this is in metric and millimeters. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our circle tool. And we're going to draw a circle here, 12 millimeters. Okay, now you're going to get your line tool. We're going to put a line in here. 22 millimeters long. We're going to click the select. Now we're going to right mouse click on that line, set as mirror. Now we're going to go ahead and draw a couple of lines, circles right here. We're going to draw these 5 millimeters, so type in 5, hit enter. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and turn this off. So we'll right mouse click, set as mirror, and turn it off. Now we're going to go ahead and get our this sweeping arc. And we're going to go from here, just follow this midpoint over, center point to there. We're going to click. We're going to drag out to here. Click another time, and then we're going to round this. Oh, actually, I did that wrong. Let's do undo. We want to come to the center point. So we'll go from here, click, drag out to the center, click, and then just swing this around to this midpoint or the center. That's going to be our first sweeping arc there. This drawing uses a lot of the different tools, so that's why I thought it would be interesting to do this part. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get this offset curve, and we're going to go ahead and offset this 1.5. So type in 1.5. Then we're going to offset this one 1.5. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and get your trim away tool, or you can do T on the keyboard. Hit your T, and then go ahead and start trimming. Trim these. Trim this middle pieces here. Oh, actually undo that. I didn't want to get rid of these. I want to get rid of this. Okay, go ahead and get rid of that one. These two right here. Okay, this is going to be our base part. Now we're going to go ahead and put our circles in here. So go ahead and go for the middle there. And we'll do this out to 6 millimeters. Okay, now get your circle tool again. Go from here. We're going to make this 2.5, and then we'll draw another one right there. 2.5. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get rid of this line in the center there. We don't need that anymore. Let's go ahead and spin this. Now we're going to go ahead and pull. We're going to select that one, hold down the control key to get these two. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to do pull from both sides. Now we're going to pull this. Let's do 15 millimeters. Okay. All right, now you're going to go ahead and click on this piece here, go to pull, then you're going to come over here and make sure you select from both sides, pull from both sides. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and let's pull this 5 millimeters. Now click to select to click off on that. We'll go ahead and spin that, make sure that's what we wanted. That looks pretty good. Now we're going to go ahead and get rid of this piece. We don't need that piece in the middle there. Delete. Let's go to our views and change that to top view. Okay, now we're going to put a cut in here. So we'll go ahead and select that face there. Now we're going to go Let's go ahead and put a line in here. So we'll go from here, actually go a little past the circle, right to about there. Okay, let's pan down. So click the pan, pull that down a little bit. Now we're going to get our offset. And we're going to offset that. Let's just go over a 0.4. Okay, and then we'll do this 1.4. Type in 0.4. Now select the click off. Now we're going to get our line tool. Just go ahead and go from endpoint to endpoint, and then from here, endpoint to endpoint. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and spin this. This has actually made this kind of big, so we're going to go ahead and pull this. Actually, let's undo that. Before we pull, let's get rid of this middle line, and then go to pull. We're going to select this piece here. Let's get these two by holding down the control, and then go ahead and click on cut, and then we're going to drag this right through. Okay, now we'll get rid of these two. Hold on your control key. Let's go ahead and spin this. All right, now we're going to go ahead and spin this piece here. I'll probably land up shortening these. I actually made this a little bit too long, so let's do that now. Let's go ahead and pull. Let's pull this 2 millimeters, and then let's select these, and then pull those. Type in 2, enter. Okay, now let's spin this. Do the same over here. Click there. Type 2. Oh, actually, type -2. Sorry about that. -2. And then we're going to go hold down Control key and get both of those. Put -2. And then I'm going to make this little piece in the middle there also a little bit smaller. So we'll go. Let's go 2. Well, we can't go 2. Let's go 1 on this one. All right, let's spin this. Go to pull. Select there and do -1. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, now let's go to top view. All right, let's go ahead and spin this. Get the part till about right there. Go ahead and click on there and go to plan view, and then go ahead and come up here to plane, and then select the click off. Now we're going to spin this, make sure the plane is in the right spot. All right, we're going to move the plane because we're going to draw a piece over here. So let's move this. I think it was 4, so let's click and drag. Type in 0.4. Okay, that should be right. All right, now let's spin this. Let's go to plan view. Let's control minus. Let's go ahead and put a line in here. So from the midpoint up, we're going to type in 5. We're going to put a 5 millimeter line there. Okay, now let's go to get our offsets, offset curve. We're going to offset this line 2 millimeters over, and then offset it 2 millimeters the other way. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get our 3-point arch. And we're going to go from endpoint to endpoint, and then we're going to put 180 degree 2 millimeter. So that's that. Let's get our circle tool. Let's put a circle in there. Let's do 1.5 millimeters. Okay. All right, now we're going to get rid of this line there. We don't need it. Let's go ahead and spin this. Let's go to the 3D mode. All right, let's pull this. Okay, we're going to pull this 2 millimeters. Type in 2. Oh, actually, undo. let's go select the click off. Okay, undo that, undo. Okay, before you pull this, let's go ahead and click on it. Go to pull, come over here to no merge. Make sure you select that, then type 2, enter, and then select the click off. Okay, now you have a solid there, and I'm going to use that solid to move another copy over here to the other side. Okay, so you're going to click with that solid up there selected. You're going to do Control C, Control V. Now you're going to move this over. Okay, right to about there is okay. Now you're going to spin this. Now you're going to go click right there to select. You're going to change the anchor point to here. And then you're going to move up to there. And then select the click off. Okay, now you have these little pieces here. We don't need the plane anymore, so we can click on it, delete. Let's go ahead and spin this. Now what we want to do is go Control plus to zoom in. Let's pan down, pull that down a little bit, and go to pull. We want to pull this piece here into the part. Now since I copied and pasted, it should have pulled the other side. Looks like it did. Or no, it actually didn't. Okay, so we're going to have to pull that one too. Okay, so click, just drag it into the part. Now let's spin, make sure that's good. Okay, looks pretty good. So let's go back to the top view. And some of the details we're going to put in are just some basic stuff. We're going to go to pull. We're going to put a fillet in here. We're going to fillet these. And then we're going to do 1 millimeter is way too much. So let's go 0.3. Okay, 0.3. All right. Now we're going to spin this around to the back side. Do the same thing back here. Just select this. Hold down controls to get multiple selections. Type 0.3. Okay. Now normally you want to do fillets in here because anytime there's a straight line, it causes a weak point that could break. So we're going to go ahead and select these. And then go to pull. Actually, we got to do that again. Select pull. Hold down control key. Type 0.3. This is going to be the details we're going to add. And you also want to add a part right there. So you want to click to get all of that. See how it's selected? And then you want to type 0.3. Okay, this got on the other side, which is what we wanted. So you want to do the same right there. Click till you got that whole square selected. Then you want to type 0.3. Okay. And this right here, when you know that there's a fillet in there, it makes it harder for this to snap right here. So this would be less likely to snap. Okay, so now we want to go ahead and go pull. Click on these two lines right here, type 0.3. Go ahead and spin this. We want to do the same up here, go 0.3. Okay. And then you want to do the same on these. So we won't do 0.3 there. We'll just do maybe 0.2. Go to pull. And do, yeah, 0.2 is good. Okay. So now we'll spin this over to here. Grab our pull tool. We'll click till everything's selected there. Type in 0.2. Okay. Now we're not going to add fillets on the inside because this inside part needs to be flat because what you're going to do is put a screw through here, and then you're going to tighten it. The screw is going to pull these two pieces together, and it's going to hold whatever. It's going to hold whatever, you know. You've got a pole in here or a piece of steel. It's going to hold that. But what we do want to do is go ahead and click there and type the 0.2 for that, and then do the same over here. 0.2. Okay, now make sure that we got everything. Looks like we got everything except these, so we'll go ahead and grab these. Point 2, and then we'll do this one right here. 0.2. Okay, now go ahead and spin that. Looks like we have everything except for this piece right here, which we'll click till everything's selected. We might as well do 0.3 there because we did 0.3 on everything else for that part. So and the only other thing I probably will change is a fillet right here. Hold down Control key. We'll get these. 0.2, a smaller one, and then spin it around. Grab the pull tool, click that one, and then click this here with the Control key, and then type 0.2. All right, this is going to be our part. Let's go ahead and pan down. As soon as I saw this part, I thought it was interesting. You get to use a lot of tools to create this. You get your sweeping arc right here. You could add a couple of planes, plane here to draw these two. You get to use your merge, no merge feature, which we did on these. And then you get to add your fillets and stuff. So we'll go ahead and, before we close out the tutorial, go ahead and select these. We don't need them. Hit delete. And then we'll go ahead and view this from isometric view. Okay, that's going to end today's tutorial. Hopefully you followed along and you got a part like this. And hopefully you enjoyed watching and you got some useful tips out of this video. I just want to check one last thing. Okay, that's going to end today's tutorial. Thank you for watching.